Hey everyone, Jack here with YOGATX. I'm so excited to be back with you all and share some new practices. So today we've got a great flow for waking up. I love to do this one in the morning. Although it's energizing any time of the day, I think that you'll find it fun and it'll give you a good kickstart. So we'll actually start with a mantra to kick off our practice, and this mantra is one that invites energy into the body. So you can listen along, hum along, or if you're feeling brave, you could even sing along at home. So let's start by closing down the eyes and of course sitting up tall. You might take a couple rolls of the shoulders. And I always like to take an exhale out the mouth to kind of get myself centered and grounded. So you can keep your eyes closed as I share this mantra with you. And the words are Om Namah Shivaya. So it's a chant to the energy of Shiva, which is fire energy, wakeful energy. And even the act of using your voice, even if you're just humming along, kind of wakes up your system. Listen for the first one. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Twice more. Sit up tall and hold your breath at the top. Unless you're pregnant, relax your shoulders, keep your spine long, and then when you need to exhale, let your breath empty out your mouth. Take another full breath in through the nose. As you breathe in and sit up nice and tall, again, hold your breath at the top, a little pause there. And then take a soft sigh out the mouth as you exhale. Let's get started in child's pose. So bring your knees down to the mat. You can sink your seat back to your heels and lay your arms long on your mat in front of you. Let your forehead rest down on the ground. And then for this, let's take the palms to rest open. So palms will rest open, fingers relaxed, as if to say, I'm ready for whatever the day has to bring. Bring it on. Start by turning on your breath, Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing in and out through the nose. And there's that little bit of texture through the throat as you breathe, so you get that ocean sound of breath. And take one more round of breath right here. Flip your palms over and sit up on your shins. Sit your seat to your heels. And as you rise your seat off your heels, reach your arms up, high prayer overhead. As you exhale through your nose, sit back down and draw your prayer into your heart. As you inhale, open your heart, open the elbows back, pin the shoulder blades, you can lift the gaze. As you exhale, back to child's pose with your palms open. Let's try it with breath. So inhale, rise up, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to heart. Just have a seat. As you inhale, open the heart, open the arms, little back bend. As you exhale, child's pose. Let it all go. One more time. Breathe in, reach up. You might look up. As you exhale, have a seat. Draw your prayer into your heart. Inhale, opening the heart, opening the breath. And exhale, letting it all go. Flip your palms and rise onto your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes underneath you, and you can let your knees hover to start. So just starting to lift the belly toward the spine wakes up the core. Rock a little bit forward and back just to get everything turned on. Take another full breath in, and then as you exhale, keep the bend in your knees as you slowly start to lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take a couple big breaths here. You can pedal out through your heels. I like to shake my head around a little bit, release into the neck. Maintaining almost a sense of rhythm through your breathing. In your down dog, don't lock out your knees. Let your sit bones lift high so you're like a triangle with your sit bones at the apex of your shape. Now as you breathe in through your nose, let your breath fill your lower back so you start to become aware of where the breath moves you. And then we'll get moving. Take your right leg to the sky, breathe in. Bring your right knee in toward your nose, cat your spine as you exhale. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Right knee toward your right elbow, let your eyes shift forward as your shoulders shift over your wrists. Right leg to the sky as you breathe in, and then right knee to your nose once more as you breathe out. Step your foot between your thumbs, and then let your back knee lower down to the ground. Tent your fingers or find blocks or even a book or two underneath your hands as you peek your heart forward so you're nice and stable, and then reach your arms up, high prayer. Soften your elbows so you remind your shoulders to relax. And then let the belly climb up and in toward the spine so the whole core is turned on, all the muscles around your spine. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, draw your prayer to your heart. As you inhale, open your heart, scoop the heart forward. And as you exhale, cat your spine and throw your arms forward, just like we did in child's pose. Now stay here and grow longer through the crown of your head. Let your spine get long. As you breathe out, bring your left hand to the ground, take a twist, right arm to the sky. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then stretch your sternum even further forward. Maybe your eyeballs look all the way up toward your right hand. Take your right arm over your right ear, let the side waist grow long, and then right hand comes down to the ground. Step back into a plank pose. You could always bring your knees to the ground, but let your shoulders land right over your wrists. Take a full breath in. Lower your knees, child's pose, as you breathe out. Palms can flip open. As you inhale, rise up, stand on your shins, high prayer. As you exhale, have a seat. Prayer at your heart. Inhale, open the heart. And then exhale, let it all go. Back to child's pose. Flip your palms. Let's come back to hands and knees and then tuck the toes. Down dog is always your exhale. Tip your hips up high. Take a full breath in. And then maybe an exhale through the mouth. Send your left leg long behind you. See if you can keep your pelvis even. And then exhale, draw your left knee in toward your nose. Back of your heart lifts. Left leg long as you inhale. Left knee, left elbow as you exhale. Look forward with your eyes and heart. Left leg long, breathe in. Left knee into your nose as you breathe out. A little pause and step your foot between your thumbs. Lower your back knee down to the ground and the top of your back foot. Tent your fingers, beam your heart forward, and right away, turn on the press of your back foot into the ground. So as you take your high prayer and reach up, you're nice and stable through your pelvis. Relax your elbows and your shoulders, and even feel like your collarbones could broaden. Take another breath in. As you exhale, prayer to heart. Inhale, open the heart, find your back bend. As you exhale, release and let it all go. Now stay here. It's in these holds that we start to turn on that fire, that energy of Om Namah Shivaya. One more breath in. Right hand to the ground to find your twist. Left arm will reach up. You can tuck the back toes, lift your back knee, and then lift out of your right collarbone particularly. Take your left arm over your left ear. Left hand to the ground. Plank pose is your inhale. As you step back, also feel like your sternum reaches forward. Lift your kneecaps. Take an inhale. This time you can lower your knees, your chest, and your chin down to the ground. On your inhale, let everything lengthen forward for a baby cobra. Strong legs, heart forward, shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg to the sky, breathe in. Right knee to your nose as you breathe out. Step your foot between your thumbs. We'll keep the back knee lifted this time. So make sure you have enough space east to west on your mat. So when you rise up for high prayer, you're nice and stable. Relax the shoulders again. Even in these simple postures, let your eyes rest in one place. Take a breath in, long spine. Draw your prayer to heart as you breathe out. Open the heart, scoop the elbows back. As you exhale, cat spine, throw your arms forward. Now, a little bit of a lift through the top of your head, so you have a diagonal line from the crown of your head to your back heel. Take one more stretch of your breath in. Left hand to the ground, twist. Right arm to the sky. Lift your left kneecap, so your left leg is nice and engaged. Stretch your left arm over your left ear. Left hand down to the ground. Step forward, lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, bow, and let it all go. Press your palms into your shins, take a halfway lift, pin your shoulder blades together. Exhale, bow, and fold. Let's take a slow roll up to stand. You can just let the arms kind of dangle and hang. And then stretch your arms all the way up at the top. Look up, breathe in. Prayer to heart as you breathe out. Inhale, stretch your arms up, look up. You can take a little back bend. And then exhale, trace your prayer through heart center, bow right back down. Step your right foot back as you inhale. Look forward when you do that. Downward facing dog as you breathe on out. Plank pose is your inhale. You can lower halfway or all the way as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale is upward dog or cobra. Heart forward, shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Ha, breathing out. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Left knee to your nose, breathe out. Step your foot between your thumbs. Take a moment to get stable. You can widen the right foot to the right, and then rise up, high prayer. Strong through your legs, relaxed through your shoulders, relaxed through your face even. Breathe in. Draw your prayer to your heart as you breathe out. As you inhale, open the heart wide, and then exhale, cat spine as you throw your arms forward. And then a little lift of the head to get that diagonal line from the back of the skull to the right heel. Breathe in. Right hand to the ground as you breathe out, left arm to the sky, find your twist. Stretch up, breathe in. Left arm over the left ear, breathe out. Left hand to the ground, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bow and fold. This time, let's rise up with a flat back, soft knees, wide arms. Stretch all the way up. Inhale, reach up, look up. Anjali Mudra at your heart as you breathe out. Reach the arms up again. Inhale, forward fold as you breathe all the way out. Lunge, stepping your left foot back, look forward. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Plank pose to breathe in, lower halfway or all the way. Make sure the elbows point right behind you. And then upward dog or cobra to downward facing dog. Let's add on to this. Right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out. High lunge as you inhale, rise up, prayer above the head. Breathe out, prayer at the heart. Open the heart, breathe in. And then right into that diagonal line. So think more of just a little tip and tilt forward. As you bring your hands down to the ground, this time it's standing split. Let your left leg lift behind you. Fingertips on the ground. You can relax the head completely.
So from the back of the skull, totally let your head go. Legs are engaged, but upper body is sort of pouring forward. Take a halfway lift. Now lengthen your spine. As you breathe out, climb your left knee in toward your nose. One more like that. Breathe in, long spine, long leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your feet together, halfway lift, inhale. Open mouth, exhale as you bow. Bend your knees, sit your butt back, find chair pose. As you reach your arms forward and up, relax your shoulders. Climb the belly up toward the spine, and this gives space to your lower back, so you can breathe into your lower back for one more full breath in. Now, as you rise up, stand on your left foot. Bring your right knee in toward your chest. Tree pose. Right foot comes alongside, inside the left leg. Arms can be anywhere you feel stable. Eyes are glued in one place, but they're not gripped. So you can have a sense of stability, but also relaxed. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot next to your left. Stretch your arms up, look up, breathe in. Wide dive forward fold as you breathe out. Right foot steps back, long spine. This time, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky as you inhale. Rock forward like plank pose. Option to keep your left toes hovering as you lower for chaturanga. Now the tops of both feet will press for upward facing dog. And we always meet in downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Left side, stretch your left leg long. Step your foot forward between your thumbs. Rise up, high lunge, high prayer. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Breathe out, prayer to your heart. As you inhale, open the heart. As you exhale, find that diagonal line. Stretch your arms alongside your ears, but still let the palms float up and open. Good. Take one more full breath in. And as you breathe out, reach your hands down to the ground, standing split. Right leg long behind you. Let the head totally empty out and feel your inner right thigh reach up. So you're getting an internal rotation of your lifted leg. Take a halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Climb your knee into your nose as you breathe out. One more time, breathe in, get long, knee to nose as you exhale. Step your feet next to each other. Take a halfway lift, press your palms to shins. Exhale, bow and fold. Bending your knees for chair pose. I prefer a little space between my feet. You might like more space or even to have your big toes touching, but feel wherever you are like your inner thighs descend, your belly lifts, and your shoulders relax. We'll stand on the right foot as we rise tall. Left knee comes into the chest. Set your eyes in one place. Tree pose, left foot to the inner right leg. Adjust your arms so you feel grounded. You could bring hands to heart or hands to hips. And then feel the leg, right leg pressing into the left foot while the foot presses back into the leg. For one more breath in, your face is relaxed. As you breathe out, step your left foot next to your right. Inhale, reach up, take a little back bend this time. As you exhale, bow all the way forward and down. Step your left foot back to lunge, look forward. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Big breath in. As you exhale, shift forward, shoulders over wrists, optional chaturanga variation, and then tops of both feet press, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. All right, last little bit of oomph. As you inhale, let your heels lift, bend your knees, and look forward. And you can hop or take a couple steps to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Breathe out to bow and fold. Chair pose, knees bend, seat low. Reach your heart and arms high. Stand on the left foot, bring your right knee with you. This time, figure 4 pose. So right ankle on top of the left thigh. As you sit back and down, expand your rib cage with breath. Hands to heart or hands to hips, but keep the shoulders relaxed. For one more big breath in and big breath out. Stand up, bring your right knee into your chest, so right where you came from, and then standing split, tip the torso down, send your right leg long behind you, fingertips to the earth or blocks, head totally empties out. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. As you exhale, climb your knee into your nose. One more time, halfway lift, breathe in, knee to nose as you breathe out. Step your feet next to each other, halfway lift, palms to shins, breathe out the mouth to bow, fold. This time, diver's pose. So start to rock your weight forward into your heels forward into the balls of your feet as you lift your heels, pin your shoulder blades, and then open across the chest. So you're really kind of peering over the edge of your mat. Take another full breath here. Utkatasana, chair pose. As you sit low, reach up. Relax your shoulders. Stand on your right foot. Let your left knee come with you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left ankle on top of right knee. So it's really like a half chair pose. As you sit your seat back and down, keep your gaze fixed but ungripped. So it's not rigid, you're not clenching your jaw. You're engaging only where you need to. This also really helps with your balance. Take one more full breath in and full breath out. And come back from where you came from. Left knee into your chest, stretch your arms up. And then pour it forward for standing split. It's left leg long behind you. Take a moment to recalibrate. Feel your inner left thigh lift. Your spine pours out of the torso. You could shake your head a little bit. And then we'll link up with an inhale, lengthen your spine. Breathe out, climb your knee into your nose. Inhale, get long. Knee to nose as you exhale. Step your feet together, halfway lift. Breathe in. And breathe out to bow. Last vinyasa as you step back to plank, or you could hop back to low plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward dog, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's all take a full breath in, and then a flutter of your lips as you exhale. Without sending your right leg high, step your foot forward for pigeon pose, setting your right shin somewhere toward the top of your mat. So here, if this isn't doable for your knee or your ankle, you can come onto your back and take a figure 4. Otherwise, start to walk your hands toward your front shin and actually give yourself a lift up first. So you really puff up your pigeon chest as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, take all of this big space with you as you lay forward and down. So you're not just collapsing, you're keeping a lot of space in the front body. You can relax your forehead to your stacked hands, or if you have a block or a pillow, and we'll take 3 breaths here. Allowing the energy to kind of shift now, a little less dynamic, but your work is to continue a commitment in your breath. One more full breath in and full breath out. Look forward with your eyes and your heart. So you find almost like a little back bend as you crawl your way up. And then shift the weight onto your right glute. Swing your left leg forward and around. And then just like tree pose, arrange your legs. So you have a long left leg, right knee is bent. Wake up your left toes so they're flexed, and then stretch your arms up. Breathe in. And then forward and down as you exhale. 2 breaths here. Look forward with your eyes and heart to sit up and out of the shape. And then bring your hands behind you. Fingertips face your butt. Feet to the ground, altar pose. As you inhale, lift your pelvis up. Open the chest and let your head fall back. Breathe out. Sink your seat down to the ground. Cross your shins, rock forward. It's your last downward facing dog. Move a little bit slower as you tip your hips up. Really check in to see that you've got a nice lift of your sit bones, a soft bend in your knees, and your inner thighs wrap back behind you. Left foot steps forward, setting the shin toward the top of the mat for pigeon on the second side. And the shin certainly doesn't have to be parallel, so keep whatever angle feels stable for you, and then flex a little bit through the left toes, relax the right foot, or keep the toes tucked, but let's lift the chest. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, it's that forward and down action, so you keep all your length and space. You can stack the hands. This resting of the forehead, making contact with something, is really grounding for your nervous system. So we're here to wake up and get energized, but not to have any anxious energy. So this is a good way to stay centered, focused, and awake. One more time, breathe in, and a full breath out. Look forward to sit up, rise up, swing your right leg around, swing it forward, and find your seat. So even here, nice and awake through the legs, awake through your breath as you stretch up, and then bow forward, fold. 2 breaths. Relax your shoulders and your jaw. Look forward to sit up, breathe in, and then one more altar pose. Big lift of the front body to wake us up. Inhale, lift up, and then lion's breath as you exhale out the mouth. Sink your seat down to the ground. And let's end our movement practice with a seated meditation. Just a brief one to get you nice and anchored before you move into the rest of the day. So close your eyes and let a hand rest over the heart and a hand rest over the belly. As you feel the breath settle, you might notice that your heart rate has sped up a little bit, and now it will start to slow down. But the information I want you to take with you is that whatever is going on, you can handle it. Up, down, all around, and you can handle it. 2 more breaths. You can keep your eyes soft or let them open. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you so much for your practice. Thank yourself for taking the time to practice. I hope you're feeling clear and energized to tackle whatever today holds. Namaste. Be sure to subscribe to the channel below, and you can follow along with me on Instagram at mindfulish for more practices and meditations. I can't wait to see you again.